to speak in particular in support of New Clause 37 in my name, but I want to begin by addressing the political theatre that often surrounds immigration. Politicians will constantly speak about immigration, spinning fear and suspicion, and then conveniently report back that immigration is the top concern for voters, when it is not. Recent polls show that clearly immigration does not feature in the top concerns amongst those who were considering voting Labour but didn't. Instead, people are talking about tangible issues, the winter fuel allowance, the rising cost of living, and the desperate need to fund our public services. But instead of dealing with these things, we choose to stoke division with sentiments about strangers. So I want to be crystal clear that immigration is not the crisis. What we're facing is the crisis of how we treat people, how we value rights, and how we understand our responsibilities to one another. The focus seems always to be on small boat crossings, but irregular migration, people arriving by boats, accounts for just a fraction of nearly the 1 million people who came to this country. These I will not call illegal migrants because it's morally degrading, and asylum seekers actually have the right under international law to seek refuge. And if we want to resolve these issues, we need to start with safe and legal routes. It's regular migration that's actually soared since 2021, the Tories post-Brexit, and that's because the government's own policies created this situation. The points-based immigration system was always designed to encourage people to come here, and they have. So the issue is not migration itself, it's the exploitative business model behind it. And you know, it isn't about fairness, it always seems to come to profit, and it's the same logic, profits over people, that governs our asylum system. So look at the companies that are contracted to run immigration detention, like Serco, My Time, Mears, household names, all profiteering. They make millions off the back of vulnerable people, and we've seen reports into detainees abused, unsanitary conditions, and yet they continue to get millions of pounds in contracts. And while we're speaking about protection, I want to turn to children, specifically the children born here in the UK or who have lived here since they were young and have called no other place home, but yet are still denied British citizenship, and that's why I tabled New Clause 37 to address this. These children are not migrants, they are not migrants, but they are treated like second-class citizens, often not even knowing that they are officially not citizens until they try to apply for university or a job. And, you know, does that sound familiar? They suddenly find themselves locked out of everything through no fault of their own, a quiet scandal, just like the Windrush scandal, lived here your whole lives, only to be told that you have no right to be here. And we promised never again. We said that we would learn lessons, but in 2025 we are charging British-born children £1,214 to register as citizens, when we know the administrative cost is only £372. These are children that we are charging for something that is their right. That's 215,000 children up to who are legally entitled to citizenship but are undocumented because of this exploitative fee. The fee waiver is not working, and you know, we're calling for fairness here, and at the very least, if a child is entitled to citizenship, they should be able to claim it without being priced out. No child should be punished for where their parents were born or how much money they have.
I want to talk about New Clause 37, the Honourable Member for Clapham and Brixton Hill. We recognise her campaigning on this issue over the last 5 years. We also recognise that there's been an unfair burden for some families with rights to citizenship by the system as it is, and I can confirm that the work referenced in the White Paper on page 76, I think it is, right at the end, the White Paper will look at tackling the financial barriers that she highlighted in her speech, and I would urge her to work with us on how we move forward and to withdraw her.
Mr. Begin, I thank her for her early mention of my amendment and her commitment to end the financial burden that is coming upon young children in particular and their families who have a right to citizenship. I just wanted to ask what further work will be done in terms of consulting with people like the campaigns Citizens UK, Lambeth Citizens and the PRBC. Those are the types of campaigns that have been working on this particular issue. And I know obviously the White Paper covers a range of issues, but I just want to understand what consultation will be done with those organisations to make sure we get to where we need to be, which is a situation where children are not being priced out of citizenship.
Minister, my honourable friend, the Member for Citizenship and Migration, has just made it clear to me from the front bench as the honourable lady was speaking that she's very happy to consult and meet with all of these people. We want people to contribute to the consultation so that we can get this right, and I hope that in the light of that, that she will withdraw her amendment.